Am I audible? Okay. Yeah. So this is the last part of our this going on. Let me just take a look at it. One moment. Give me just one. Yeah. So here, before that, I just want to take a recap of this big chapter. Sorry, where did I go? I'm going through this so that we get what we had done. See, we had started with this chapter, basic principles of organic chemistry. We looked into these different structures, okay? How you can represent a molecule. You have normal dash formula, then you have condensed formula B, then you have zigzag formula, then you have wedge dot formula, Fisher projection formula. This is what we saw. Please practice this. It's long time that, I mean, it is a very big chapter, and if you remember, we were just on this one whole chapter only. So now, then you have Newman projection formula. Any difficulty you have, I'm ready to solve it. So please, then you have Sawhorse formula. They can ask you anything out of this, and your 12th standard also is there. So you will be requiring. Then we came to the what is the classification of carbon skeleton. So here you had organic compounds, how they can be classified. Fine. Organic compound acyclic and cyclic, homocyclic, heterocyclic, homocyclic further classified as alicyclic, aromatic, benzenoid, and non-benzenoid. Heterocyclic also can be heterocyclic, aromatic, and heterocyclic non-aromatic. This was the general classification. Then aromatic compound. These are different aromatic compound. We saw what is, of course, resonance becomes a part of aromatic compound. Then we went on to see what is homologous series. Homologs is they have a general formula. Say for alkane, they have a general formula CnH2n plus 2. Then similarly, another series aldehyde CnH2nO. That was the example given where. But alkene series, you know that CnH2n, CnH2n minus 2 is the alkene, alkene and alkyne. Alkene is CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n is alkene and alkyne is CnH2n minus. That is the next homolog comes by adding that. Okay. Then we looked into the functional groups. This also you are expected to know. You should be knowing this. And based on that, we have given enough time to this. We started with the IUPAC nomenclature. Then we looked into what is the primary, secondary, and tertiary carbon atoms. Then nomenclature, what are the common names or trivial names also. Okay, I'm just taking a recap of this before I complete my last part, which is remaining. Then we came to the IUPAC names of straight chain alkanes, alkenes. Then what is an alkyl group? That is, you have CnH2n plus 1, that is called as alkyl group. Methyl, ethyl, propyl, these are called as alkyl groups. Okay. After that, you have different branched chain alkyl groups. That is what we saw. Then rules for IUPAC nomenclature of branched saturated hydrocarbon. What are branch alkyl groups and how do you look at the nomenclature of those. Then alkenes and alkynes are called as unsaturated. Then we looked into the that if both alkenes and alkynes are together, how do you give the name to it? Okay. After that, these are the IUPAC names of different functional groups. Simple monocyclic hydrocarbon. Then you come to the other functional groups. Acids, carboxylic acid, ester, acid chloride, amide, cyano, aldehydes, ketones. These are the ones. Then you have halogens, nitro, polyfunctional compound. That is, if more than one group is there, then the preference would be given. How will you give the preference? Okay, that is what we saw. No. Then we looked into the benzene, IUPAC nomenclature of substituted benzenes. So these are mono-substituted, di-substituted, tri-substituted. When is it called as phenyl? When it is called as benzene? That you should know. When phenyl, it is when benzene is the now in this case, this is the parent, then this becomes phenyl, not benzene. But here you can see that this becomes hexyl benzene, that is benzene is now taken as the parent and this is taken as a substituent. Okay, then mono substituted, di substituted. When you talk of mono substituted, then you get ortho meta para positions that I had asked you yesterday. Okay, so this was yeah. Then what is isomerism? We saw different isomerism, structural isomerism, chain. In that you have chain. Then stereoisomerism, geometrical isomerism. That is to be seen later on. Chain isomerism, position, functional, metamerism, and tautomerism. These are certain this we saw. Then we came to that whenever during an organic reaction, what is bond breaking and bond formation that takes place, that is called as homolytic fission and heterolytic fission. This is what we saw. Okay, and how do you represent it? It is represented by a curved arrow. When it is homolytic fission, it is represented as half fish hooked arrow. Okay, then we came to see what are free radicals. So when you have a homolytic cleavage, you get free radicals. That is equal distribution of the a bonding electrons. Okay, that is a neutral species. Then what kind of hybridization is over there? That also we saw. That is what is the structure. In case of heterolytic, and how are they stabilized? Then we saw heterolytic cleavage. In that you have a full-fledged arrow which shows the movement of both the electrons. Okay. Then what is the how do you stabilize the particular carbocation or carbanion? When you're talking of homolytic cleavage, there is the neutral species which is formed. The carbon atom gets only one electron. But if you have heterolytic fission, then you can say that you get a positive and a negative carbon atom depending upon how the bond is broken. Okay, then we looked into the different effects, that is during a reaction, what happened. Of course, before that, what are electrophiles and what are nucleophiles? Now we have come to the last part, which talks about the electronic effect. These effects are, one is the permanent effect, inductive effect. It can also have plus I and minus I effect. Yesterday again I had come over here, I had explained you. Then we talked about resonance. That is, here we talked about what is a resonance effect. So you can see that resonance effect, that is example was taken, explained by taking benzene as the uh, molecule, and that benzene can be represented by different structures, and those structures are called as canonical structures, and the actual structure is a resonance hybrid. Then you have seen that there is a difference between the theoretical value of the energy for a individual resonating structure and the practical, that is the actual energy. So that difference is called as resonance stabilization energy, which because of which the molecule achieves stability. Then we saw the rules to represent the writing the resonating structures. Okay, then after that we have seen the resonance effect, that is what type of resonance effect. Yesterday only we saw, that is you are supposed to show, that is plus R effect and a minus R effect. Plus R effect involves the distribution of electron, delocalization of electron towards the ring, and whereas minus I effect, the electrons are pulled away from the ring. Now last part is hyperconjugation. Of course this was just a recap of what I had done. Do you now any difficulty? Could you recollect it? सगळ्यांना समजलं का? I was just going through the entire chapter. It was really very big. पण कळतंय का तुम्हाला, म्हणजे काही डिफिकल्टी आहे का?
नाही मॅम.
आता माझी एक रिक्वेस्ट आहे तुम्हाला, हा चॅप्टर झाल्यानंतर होमवर्क तर तुम्ही काही करत नाही आहात. आय हॅड ट्राईड गिव्हिंग यू होमवर्क पहिल्यांदा, पण नो बडी इज इंटरेस्टेड. नाव आय वॉन्ट द क्वेश्चन्स बिहाइंड टू बी सॉल्व्ड बाय यू, अँड देन इफ आय हॅव टू डिस्कस अँड चेक इट, आय एम रेडी टू डू इट. बट मी मागे लागणार नाही. यू आर नॉट स्मॉल किड्स इनफ. पण तुम्हाला जर का म्हणजे शिकायचं असेल, म्हणजे यू वॉन्ट टू लर्न, अंडरस्टँड मोर, देन वी कॅन डू इट दॅट वे. कारण इथे काय होणार की सी क्लासमध्ये वेगळं पडतं, ऑनलाईन वेगळं पडतंय. त्याच्यात सुद्धा जेवढं जमेल तेवढं आय एम ट्राईंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू किंवा बियॉन्ड दॅट. बट नाव हाऊ विल यू इन्क्रीज, की मला आता कळलं, पण ते जर त्याचा वापर केला नाही तर ते तुम्हाला विसरायला होणार. तर त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला जे मागचे क्वेश्चन आहेत धड्यामागचे, ते तुम्हाला करायला पाहिजे. अँड देन यू कॅन डिस्कस इट विथ मी. बट नाव आय एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेल यू आणि मग पुन्हा मागे जाणार, कारण आपल्याकडे तेवढा वेळ पण नाहीये. Okay, anyways, now coming back to here, hyperconjugation. Now hyperconjugation is another type. Of course, resonance effect, and this was a small effect. Actually, it's a very big effect. At higher standard, it is giving large. It is being given large, good amount of importance. Electromagnetic effect. Here, this is a temporary electronic effect actually, and that effect here, it is only it just takes one example wherein you can see that the pi electrons of the carbonyl group are shifted on the oxygen atom. Because of this, the carbon of the carbonyl gets a positive charge and oxygen gets a negative charge. This depends upon when the molecule, as such, the molecule is neutral. Only when it is going to go for a reaction, or if there is any reagent which is present, it will try to influence the molecule to form this kind of a structure. So you have a here you have a, what do you say, a nucleophilic center, and here you have an no, this is a nucleophile and this is an electrophile. But here you can see there is a so any nucleophile will attack over here and an electrophile will attack over here. So this is only in presence of a reagent. This can be done. If you have conjugated double bonds, जसे काल मी दाखवले होते, दोन double single, then when there is a reagent which is present, that will enhance and the double bond can be shifted. So these are certain things. This is called as electromeric effect. It's not there in your syllabus, but there is also plus E effect and minus E effect. There's a plus R effect, minus R effect. Whenever it is away from the ring, it is minus, and when it is towards the ring, it is plus. Okay, same thing over here. When it is away from the molecule, it is minus. When it is towards the molecule, it is plus. Now coming to the last effect, hyperconjugation. Now this is also a permanent electronic effect. Now this stabilizes a structure like this. Say for example, there are three here you have what do you say, tree structures, wherein one of them is positive carbon, another is a double bonded carbon, and another one is a free radical. तर अशा वेळेला ह्यांना स्टेबिलाइज करता येतं बाय using the one which is, this is the main this, then you can call it as alpha carbon atom. Alpha carbon atom वरती जो हायड्रोजन असतो, that hydrogen comes into resonance into, this is called, this is a special type of resonance which is called as hyperconjugation. So how do you express it, किंवा कसं दाखवलं जातं? तर you can, of course, त्याच्यामध्ये काय, what is the main thing over here is that the positively charged carbon atom, this carbon atom, say for example, it has an empty p orbital. Now you know the structure of this, that is, it is sp2 hybridized, so it has got one empty p orbital, and this p orbital has an adjacent methyl group, this methyl group, and the alpha, this is called as the alpha methyl group. So in this case, one of the CH bond, आता तिथे मिथाइल ग्रुप असल्यामुळे काय, तीन हायड्रोजन ॲटम आहेत, त्यातला एक हायड्रोजन ॲटम आहे the sigma electrons of this CH bond, म्हणजे कुठचे हे sigma electrons आहेत, the sigma electrons of this CH bond are delocalized, actually it is not or, it should be are delocalized into the empty p orbital, and therefore they stabilize. मग त्याचं आता पिक्चर कसं दाखवलं आपल्याला कळायला. So here you can see, this is the structure. एक मिनिट, let me use my pen. So this is it. आता हा जो आहे हा, this is the C, and you have this H, 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 आणि इकडे this is the big lobe. You know, when it is sp3 hybridization, you have 4 equal energy, but when it is sp2 hybridization, there is an empty p orbital. So this is the empty, and these electrons of the hydrogen, म्हणजे हा जो बॉन्ड आहे तो ब्रेक होणार, आणि ते इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आहेत ते इथे शेअर होतात. सो यू कॅन सी दॅट इट इज शोन ओव्हर हिअर, आणि हायड्रोजन देन विल बी डिवॉइड ऑफ, म्हणजे त्या एम्प्टी पी ऑर्बिटल मध्ये ते इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जातात, आणि द हायड्रोजन यू कॅन सी दॅट फॉर अ मोमेंट, for that moment it does not leave its place, but you can see that it is without the electrons. The electrons कुठे आलेत, ते electrons इकडे आलेत. So it is also called as no bond resonance. तर अशी जेव्हा स्ट्रक्चर्स आहेत, तर मोर द नंबर ऑफ सच स्ट्रक्चर्स अराउंड दिस. आता हा हायड्रोजन नाहीये, दिस हायड्रोजन इज नॉट अल्फा हायड्रोजन ॲटम, दिस हायड्रोजन इज डायरेक्टली अटॅच टू दिस कार्बन ॲटम. डू यू अंडरस्टँड दॅट? सो यू शुड बी हॅव्हिंग अ स्ट्रक्चर, म्हणजे जर का तू असं स्ट्रक्चर असेल, आता मला एनिवेज बिफोर आय गो फर्दर, हा इफेक्ट कळला का तुम्हाला काय आहे? दिस इज कॉल्ड एज नो बॉन्ड रेझोनन्स. Yeah, so say for example, no, I better use this, नंतर परत त्रास होतो. So here you are, मग आता this and this is the alpha methyl group. कोणाला अटॅच झालेला ह्या कार्बन ॲटम विच इज पॉझिटिव्हली चार्ज. ओके, हा कार्बन ॲटम मध्ये बाकीचे जे ग्रुप्स आहेत ते एच आहे आणि एच आहे. ओके, these H are not involved in this. कोणता H? तर कार्बन नंतर दुसरा कार्बन आहे विच इज कॉल्ड एज अल्फा कार्बन ॲटम. त्याचा जो हायड्रोजन आहे विच इज नोन ॲज अल्फा हायड्रोजन ॲटम. ओके, त्या कार्बनचेच इलेक्ट्रॉन, त्या कार्बनच्या हायड्रोजनचे इलेक्ट्रॉन, these are the ones sigma electron, these electrons are coming over here, so to stabilize this positively charged. See, remember, positive, negative, these are the species which are involved into your bond making, bond formation किंवा रिॲक्शन मध्ये. त्यामुळे त्यावेळेला तात्पुरता थोडा वेळ त्यांना स्टेबिलिटी हवी असेल. सो any structure will be formed or the reaction will take place provided it is stabilized by other groups around it. मग किती ग्रुप्स त्याच्याकडे स्टेबिलाइज करणारे आहेत ते महत्वाचं असतं बघणं. आता इकडे बघितलं तर ह्या कार्बनकडे दिस इज 1CH3 ग्रुप विच इज स्टेबल आहे. आता त्याच्यामध्ये CH3 मध्ये यू हॅव 3 हायड्रोजन ॲटम, सो इट विल बी थ्राईस स्टेबिलाइज, कारण एकदा हा करेल, एकदा हा करेल, एकदा हा करेल. ओके, म्हणजे आता नाव यू टेल मी इफ यू हॅव फॉलोड इट, की सपोजिंग इफ आय हॅव अ स्ट्रक्चर लाईक दिस C+ आणि त्याच्या बाजूला हा CH3, then H and then H. Okay, another structure is like this H, H and H. Okay, and positively charged. Another structure is CH3, CH3, CH3. Another structure is C. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये मला सांगा की विच इज द मोस्ट स्टेबिलाइज अँड विच इज द लीस्ट स्टेबिलाइज. Which is the most किंवा sequence. एक minute, just a moment, let me put the numbers also. हे ना, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now tell me which is more stable. मग मी असं टाकते, this is more stable than this is more stable than this is more stable than. मी इथे fill in the blanks ठेवलंय. Now you tell me, जर तुम्हाला कळलं असेल तर tell me which is amongst this is the most stable and which among this is the least stable.
Ma'am,
Yeah, I can't.
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah, I can't come there also because the moment I come there, तुम्हाला तिकडे इथे दिसणार नाही स्ट्रक्चर. एक मिनिट, मला व्हाईट बोर्ड कडे जाऊ दे. ओके फाईन, टेल मी. मी हे काढते इथे वरती ठेवते.
Is first one the most stable?
First one, the most stable. On what basis are you talking about? How many alpha hydrogen does first one have? Think about that way. Then go to the second one. Which are the alpha hydrogen atom which will stabilize that? ह्या कार्बन वरती असलेल्याला अल्फा, ह्याला अल्फा म्हणत नाहीत कारण this is directly attached to this carbon. मग go on checking कुठच्या ह्याच्यावर.
Third one is the most stable.
Correct. Third one is the most stable. Very correct. Next.
Second, sorry, fourth.
Ha. Fourth. Then
First and then second.
first and then second. Are the others following? I consider that Sankalpa has followed this. Yeah, बाकी समीर आणि आर्या पण आली आहेत. Are you following?
Yes.
का त्यांनी सांगितलं? मी आता थर्ड वन घेते. थर्ड वनचं स्ट्रक्चर बघा, त्याच्यामध्ये 9 हायड्रोजन ॲटम आहे विच कॅन स्टेबिलाइज दॅट. प्रत्येक हायड्रोजन ॲटम त्याला स्टेबिलाइज करू शकतो. कसं स्टेबिलाइज करू शकतो? आता हा जो आहे पॉझिटिव्हली चार्ज, एक मिनिट, अँड देन यू हॅव दिस H, H, H. Okay, C, H, H and H. आता हे these are 9 आणि प्रत्येक हायड्रोजन कॅन स्टेबिलाइज इट. म्हणजे आता ह्या हायड्रोजनचे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एकदा येतील, मग ह्याचा बॉन्ड परत ह्या हायड्रोजनचे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स येतील, तसेच ह्या हायड्रोजनचे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल स्टेबिलाइज दिस. देन हे 3 झाले, हे 3 झाले, हे 3 झाले, 9 झाले. म्हणून तो तिसरा नंबर होता. चौथा नंबर इफ यू रिमेंबर इट, त्याच्यामध्ये होतं स्ट्रक्चर असं CH3 होतं आणि CH3. म्हणजे आता इकडे किती हायड्रोजन ॲटम्स आहेत विच विल स्टेबिलाइज दॅट? देर आर ओनली 6. म्हणून दिस गेट्स अ सेकंड नंबर. त्याच्यानंतर इथे पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज हवा. चार्ज किंवा असं काहीतरी हे असेल तर ना, फ्री रॅडिकल असेल तरी पण इथे काय होतं, इथे फक्त 3च आहेत. ओके, सो अँड लास्टली यू हॅड दॅट CHH केलेलं होतं, जे विच इज नॉट अल्फा हायड्रोजन, सो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कम इन टू रेझोनन्स. हे असं बॉन्ड घेऊन कुठे फॉर्म करणार, असं होऊ शकत नाहीये. सो दिस इज नॉट अ स्ट्रक्चर विच इज गोइंग टू स्टेबिलाइज. ओके, fine. Now coming to what does the chapter say? संपला की नाही? Yeah, here somebody has said something. Okay, fine. Now, so hyperconjugation is thus alpha pi conjugation. त्याला म्हटलं जातं not alpha, sigma pi conjugation. Why sigma? तर हा pi आणि हा sigma. This is the sigma bond and this is the pi bond. तर त्याच्यामुळे it is the sigma pi conjugation. Okay, so you can see this. इकडे sigma आणि the contributing structures 3, 4 and 5 involved this, that is sorry, 2, 3 and 4, they involve delocalization of sigma electrons. Which sigma electron? The electrons of the hydrogen atom on the alpha carbon atom. Hyperconjugation is therefore called as no bond resonance. For a time being, you can see that there is no bond. It is this one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. त्यांनी इकडे दाखवलेला आहे. More the number of such alpha hydrogen atoms, that is hydrogen on the alpha carbon, more is the no bond resonance structure and more is the stability. The relative stabilities of carbocation. आता मी जो प्रश्न विचारला होता तोच इकडे विचारलेला आहे. How do you म्हणजे हे this can be asked as a question also किंवा MCQs परीक्षेला विचारलं जाईल की how can you align it in the order of increasing stability. Okay, next is what, let us now look at propene. So you also have another structure. म्हणजे हे इथे आता पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज होता, त्याच्याऐवजी आता आपण डबल बॉन्ड घेतोय. इथे चार्ज होता म्हणून वेट, आता ह्याच्याऐवजी समजा डबल बॉन्ड असेल, group attached to C double bond C. आता ह्या C double bond C, this is a propene structure. त्याच्यामध्ये oh shit, it's white. Yeah. So here you are, this C double bond C la the CH3 group hai. So now these electrons, pi electron, they will come from, say for this hydrogen has donated its pi electron. But already hote pi electrons, they have gone for a negative charge, means they have gone on the carbon atom. And then there can be a reaction over here. Delocalization electron by hyperconjugation in propene can be shown as. And this is the, I will come back to that structure. I'll explain you on the whiteboard. पण त्याच्या आधी मला ह्या diagrams explain करायचा. So this is the orbital diagram for hyperconjugation. So you can see that here the the sigma electrons are in conjugation with pi electron. इकडे होते ते. Okay. So here you can see that this is nothing but orbital diagram for hyperconjugation. And of course, the effect of hyperconjugation is stronger than inductive effect. This is the most good effect. Even resonance is a good effect. But so now, हे कसं दाखवलंय ह्या इथे, let us go and check it. इथे काय दाखवलंय? Supposing propene आहे, तर प्रोपीनचं स्ट्रक्चर काय आहे आपल्याप्रमाणे? We normally write it like this: CH3 CH double bond CH2. ओके, HH काय? मग आता ह्याच्या बाजूला कुठचा आहे हा? दिस इज द अल्फा. जर आपण ह्याला फंक्शनल ग्रुप धरलं तर नाउ व्हॉट हॅपन्स इज हिअर दॅट यू कॅन सी दॅट these electrons come over here, and now at the same time what happens, the electrons which are over here, कारण एकदा का इथे समजा बॉन्ड झाला तर you can see that carbon is 5 valent, that is not allowed. So therefore these electrons get transferred over here. Double bond made, you know that we have shown that electrons can be transferred. So you can see that now what happens, say the electrons of the first hydrogen atom have come for bonding. So here you are, and then you can see that his electrons are तिकडे गेले, त्यामुळे काय होणार? Now you will have single bond, but this gets a charge. इथे negative charge येणार. Okay. So now the valency is complete over here सगळ्याची, but you have a charge structure over here. So this is nothing but this is one example of no bond resonance or hyperconjugation. So this is all about of course, yes, H plus gets a positive charge. And here I didn't mention it because the atom as that molecule has to be electrically neutral. So here you have a negative charge, here you have a positive charge. Anyway, so this was all about this chapter. Then you can go back and see that there are so many questions after this. So please try to solve this. Based, so you need some information on the internet also. You can check it out, and then you have these different questions. Please try to solve them. Now here you can see they have asked for different functional group. So this will be your exercise, and that will be a practice exercise, so you can get it anyways. Now coming back, now let us go for a smaller chapter. This is also another big chapter, hydrocarbons. But this is also very, very important. Again, some of the things are repeated over here. This talks about the alkyl, alkyl, this, then how do you prepare the fluorinated hydrocarbons? What is the method? What are the different method? Alkane, alkene, alkynes, combustion, pyrolysis. What are the different reactions of alkanes? Then what are different alkenes? Then you have different geometrical isomerism. So all that is discussed over here. Then what is the method of preparing alkenes? Then what are the reactions of alkenes? And finally you have alkynes. So it is a very big chapter also over here. It involves all the three alkanes, alkene, alkynes, their reactions and their preparation, reaction, their properties, and hence it is going to be a big chapter. So that we'll talk about later on. Let us now go to the third chapter, which is pretty simple. We'll complete that. What is happening? You see, look at this. These are all alkynes reaction, preparation of alkynes and reactions of alkynes. How do you all find chemistry? Is it good? What is your opinion?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not confused, no, with respect to chemistry, because there is so much vast portion. This chapter is little simple. So I'm taking this chapter, something different, something interesting. Okay. Chemistry in everyday life. Okay. So now the chemistry, the life, the atmosphere, the earth and the universe all have evolved after billions of years to the present. Okay. The evolution continue is a continuous process, or the evolution continues progress and accompanied by a variety of chemical changes. Evolution, what even we are made from chemicals only, that is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, these are the main elements, and then you have nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus. Of course, almost all the elements are there in our body, the major elements, and then they are, of course, the percentage differs, but maximum is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus. So these are the basic ingredients which make the nucleic acid, the genetic code, uh, what we are actually made up of. So therefore, now the evolution continues progress and accompanied by variety of chemical changes. Natural phenomena such as weathering, lightning, eruption of volcanoes, photosynthesis, ripening of fruit, fermentation, release of fragrance by flower blooming, and many others take around us involve intricate chemistry. All of us. Say for example, I don't know, I've told you this a number of times. What I want to tell you is that समजा तुमचे डोळे बंद केले आणि समजा खोलीमध्ये संत्र कापलं. ओके, आणि इमिजिएटली, म्हणजे तुम्हाला माहिती नाही, तुम्हाला दाखवलं नाहीये की ते संत्र आहे, जस्ट कोणीतरी लांबून, इवन आता सुद्धा, म्हणजे मी सांगते तेव्हा पण तुम्ही इमॅजिन करू शकता आणि इमिजिएटली तुम्हाला तो संत्र्याचा वास सुद्धा येऊ शकतो. म्हणजे डोळे बंद केल्यानंतर जस्ट somebody says की ओके, किंवा तुम्हाला काही माहिती नाही, बसलायत आणि तिकडे खोलीत संत्र कापल्यानंतर तुम्ही इमिडिएटली म्हणता अरे वा कोणीतरी संत्र, बिकॉज द स्मेल इट सेल्फ. सो दॅट इज ऑल्सो केमिस्ट्री. केमिस्ट्री इन द सेन्स तिकडे काय होतं की हा दुसरं सो देन व्हॉट हॅपन्स इज दॅट लेटर ऑन संत्र झाल्यानंतर थोड्या वेळाने कोणीतरी लिंबू कापलं. नाव देअर ऑल्सो इमिजिएटली यू कम टू नो ओके फाईन डोळे अजून तुमचे बंद झालेले आहेत. यू जस्ट डू नॉट नो की काय आजूबाजूला चाललंय. आवाज आणि हे तुम्हाला फक्त येत आहेत. पण वेगवेगळी फळं संत्र, मोसंबी, लिंबू तुम्ही त्या प्रत्येकाच्या फक्त जो तुम्हाला वास येतोय त्या खोलीमध्ये त्याच्यावरनं तुम्ही सांगू शकताय. So what I want to tell you is that this is chemistry because you have those specific स्मेल बर्ड्स किंवा जेव्हा आपण खातो तेव्हा जिभेवरती या टेस्ट बर्ड्स असतात त्याच्यामध्ये आर अँड एस स्ट्रक्चर्स आणि त्या आर अँड एस दीज आर स्टिरिओकेमिकली ऍक्टिव्ह स्ट्रक्चर्स. सो जेव्हा तुम्ही संत्र, लिंबू, मोसंब दीज आर दे बिलॉंग टू द सिट्रस फ्रुट्स. त्याचा ज्या वेळेला तो स्मेल जाऊन इट हॅज अ स्पेसिफिक ओरिएंटेशन अँड इट विल गो अँड सिट ऑन दॅट स्ट्रक्चर ओनली. So all these minor things are something which is chemistry. Even आपल्या डोळ्याचा रंग, केसांचा रंग, everything which is related. आपण आपल्या पेरेंट्स सारखे दिसतो. तर बाय आपण म्हणतो अरे हा बाबां तुम्हाला सुद्धा बरेच जण कोणी बऱ्याच दिवसांनी भेटल्यानंतर सांगत असेल अरे बाबांसारखा दिसतो किंवा आईसारखा दिसतो. The reason over there is everything is chemistry which is involved. Okay, so let us go further. Yeah. With the advent of modern science, scientists discovered structures of various constituent chemicals in natural material. Synthetic organic chemistry has led to advancement in science. Now, later on, people started synthesizing the different molecules, and then synthesis of natural molecules and new molecules with structural variation revolutionized the material are used in all walks of human life. So just as a synthesis वाढत गेलं, scientists started discovering new compound and also trying to make them in the laboratory. फक्त आता एवढंच आहे की म्हणजे जीव जन्माला आलेला नाही आहे लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये. यू कॅन मेक वन यू कॅन ट्रान्सफर life from one petri dish to the other, but you cannot create life so far. Okay. That man is not achieved. And there are, because they say that त्यांनी clones केले. Clones is the means that similar, say for example, sheepचं दुसरं अशी sheep laboratory तयार केले. Those are called as clone. That's a genetic code घेऊन. But mind you, there also life was not created. Life was already there. They have just put in that particular genetic code into the life. त्यामुळे man is not able to create life so far in the laboratory. This influence is seen in all aspects of the basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter. That is, chemistry is everywhere. Now, in this chapter, we consider some aspects of food chemistry, medicinal chemistry, chemistry of cleansing materials with reference to compounds having simple structural features. So, we are going to see some of these examples. Hopefully, this should be a simple chapter. Now, basics of food chemistry. Food provides nutrients that are used by the body as a source of energy. So we all know this, and then you always are constantly nagged upon by your parents. It's चांगलं खा, काय junk food खाऊ नका. So that is what food provides nutrients as they are used by the body as a source of energy. These nutrients also regulate growth, maintain and repair body tissues. So we require it for our overall growth, overall grooming. भूक लागली असताना लक्षात येतं ना डोकं दुखतं मग लक्ष लागत नाही काय चाललंय आपलं त्याच्याकडे कधी कधी चिडचिडाटपणा पण होतो. सो इफ यू डू नॉट टेक फूड प्रॉपरली यू विल हॅव अ व्हेरी स्टंटेड ग्रोथ आणि मग पुढे पुढे त्याचा खूप त्रास होतो. द न्यूट्रिएंट कंप्राइज कार्बोहायड्रेट्स, लिपिड्स, excuse me, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and water. So, all these are the nutrients. Grains, fruits, and vegetables provide carbohydrates and vitamins. Meat, fish, eggs, dairy products, and pulses provide proteins and vitamins. Lipids are provided by vegetable oil, dairy products, and animal fat. So these are the various components जे आपण म्हणतो ना अरे काप खाऊ नका एवढं हे करू नका तर डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हॉट टाइप ऑफ डाएट यू आर हॅव्हिंग. Okay, so you can see that one can have a very good protein diet, one can have a carbohydrate diet, one can have a fat diet also. most nutrients are organic molecules. Understand that you have macro, micro, semi micro, ultra micro. So all these are depending upon what kind of size. But these are quite, some of the molecules in the body can are pretty big enough. So most nutrients are organic macromolecules. Protein and carbohydrates are polymeric material. That is, it is a polymer. It is not a single this unit. There are many units, so they are polymer. As a result of food digestion, the polymeric proteins and carbohydrates ultimately break down into monomer. So during that, the proteins and carbohydrates, you've seen that they are polymer. That is, many units are joined together, so they can be broken down into monomers. For example, these are called as alpha amino acids and glucose respectively. These are the units which are from proteins and carbohydrates. So now amino acids and glucose, you can break these proteins and carbohydrates into the last unit, that is amino acids or glucose, under the influence of enzyme. Nowadays catalysts are used, previously enzymes were used. Cooking makes food easy to digest. I'm talking of laboratory. Here they are talking about home. That is, we have to look into over here as some few examples, as it was told, which are going to be useful and uh, which are made due to, I mean, the chemical in or the chemistry ingredients. Cooking makes food easy to digest. During the cooking process, high polymers of carbohydrates or proteins are hydrolyzed to smaller polymers. This can be asked as a fill in the blank or MCQ question, that during the cooking process, high polymers of carbohydrates or proteins are hydrolyzed to smaller proteins. That is, you have making from bigger macromolecule, you are making them into a smaller molecule, smaller polymer. The uncooked food mixture described as heterogeneous suspension becomes a colloidal matter on cooking. So when you're cooking is, you're converting it into the smaller polymers, and then uncooked food material becomes a colloidal matter on cooking. Because of smaller size of the resulting constituent and nutrient molecule, cooked food is easier to digest than uncooked food. That is the reason why we do the cooking. But overcooking is also not good, because it will spoil the vitamins in the vegetable. So always remember that खूप सारं शिजवलेला पण अर्थ नसतो. तर कमीत कमी शक्यतो कच्चच खायला सांगतात हल्ली डॉक्टर, कारण का ते जास्त त्याच्यामध्ये न्यूट्रिएंट्सचं प्रमाण आहे. Anyways, that is not our point of discussion. Our point of discussion is to look into all the structures of this. Now coming to quality of food is important aspect of food industry. Food quality is described in terms of parameters such as flavor, smell, texture, color, microbial spoilage. So based on this, say anybody wants to start a hotel or something, then food quality should be also tested first. And then it should be, म्हणजे चांगला वास असेल तरच तुम्हाला बरं वाटतं ना. समजा तो खराब झालेला असेल, किंवा the food is not good looking, त्याच्यामध्ये केसच सापडला, त्याच्यामध्ये हेच सापडलं, so then you immediately will leave the hotel. That hotel will have a very bad reputation. Enzymes are present naturally in all the foods. So in all the foods you have enzyme. Okay, now coming to quality of food changes on shelving mostly due to enzyme action, chemical reactions in the environment, and action of microorganism. Yeah, in this case, what happens is that now we are looking at the stability or shelf life, but the stability, they also have limited stability. तुम्ही बघितलं असेल packages वगैरे तुम्ही घेता मॉलमध्ये जाता, do you have this habit of reading the expiry date of anything, batch number, expiry date? Always it is better habit, so that you are, sometimes it is given of the एक्सपायर्ड, म्हणजे डेट झालेली आहे, होऊन गेली आहे, आणि तरी पण आपल्याला दिलं जातं स्वस्त्यामध्ये, एकावरती एक फ्री वगैरे असे जेव्हा असतात, तेव्हा मॉलमध्ये गेल्यानंतर पहिल्यांदा आधी बघायचं की त्याच्यावरती कधी ते संपवायचं आहे. किंवा कधीतरी जानेवारीमध्येच ते लावतात तो सेल आणि जानेवारीमध्येच ते लास्ट डेट असते, दॅट इज द एक्सपायरी डेट. सो ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड टू हॅव अ लुक ॲट द एक्सपायरी डेट. मेडिसिन्स, डिटर्जंट्स, काहीही कुठचीही वस्तू घ्या, त्या प्रत्येक वस्तूवरती एक्सपायरी डेट असायला हवी. अँड यू ऑल्सो गेट हॅबिट्युएटेड टू रीड इट. Quality of food, yeah. For example, setting of milk into curd and raising the flour dough to make bread is brought about by deliberate action of microorganisms. म्हणजे आता जेव्हा आपण सेटिंग ऑफ मिल्क इंटू कर्ड, जेव्हा आपण दही बनवतो त्यावेळेला सुद्धा देर आर गुड बॅक्टेरियाज विच आर वर्किंग टू डू दिस प्रोसेस. किंवा आपण ब्रेड बनवतो त्यावेळेला काय होतं, मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम यीस्ट घातलं जातं आणि ते यीस्टमुळे फर्मेंट होऊन तो ब्रेड असा छान फुगला जातो. ओके. Most changes brought about by microorganism and interaction with the environment, however, adversely affect the food quality. सो जर त्यांना प्रॉपर ठेवलं नाही आणि अँड हेन्स यू हॅव टू स्टोर इट इन अ कूल ड्राय प्लेस, or sometimes if it is told to refrigerate it, you need to be following those instructions. Most changes brought about by microorganisms and interaction with the environment, however, adversely affect the food quality. Otherwise, the food quality will be the food will be spoiled, and then same problem. Then you will not get the proper nutrients. Yeah. How are the chemical reactions of food stuff with environment control during stages? That is what we were just now talking, that if it is not stored in a proper place, if it is exposed to the environment, sunlight जर का चालू असेल तरी पण तुम्ही ठेवलं तर कधी कधी काही फूड मटेरियल जे आहेत, कच्च्या डाळी वगैरे नाही मी म्हणत आहे, मी आय एम टॉकिंग अबाउट once the cooked food is there, then it needs to be stored properly. Now here, what kind of reaction will take place of the food with environment? Primarily, the oxygen and microorganism in air are responsible for adverse effect of the stored food. So when you store it, oxygen and microorganism, these are the two culprits. The exposure of stored food to atmosphere is minimized by storing them in airtight container. So normally we use an airtight evacuation or filling the container with nitrogen gas. हे जे डब्बे असतात आपले कॅन किंवा टिन फूडचे, and if it has a non-vegetarian item or something, then you purge nitrogen gas. So the rate of chemical reaction decreases with the lowering of temperature, and they are stored in cold storage. Thus, refrigeration is useful for controlling chemical reaction of foodstuff with environment. The reaction of foodstuff with environment are catalyzed by enzymes. Due to boiling, the enzyme become denatured and the reactions are controlled. So when you पॅक द फूड, बिफोर दॅट यू नीड टू बॉईल द फूड. म्हणजे आपण गरम करूनच ठेवतो नेहमी, फ्रीजमध्ये वगैरे सुद्धा ठेवताना तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, शेवटी जेवणं संपली की झाकपाक करताना तुमची आई कधीतरी यू कॅन गो अँड हेल्प हर ऑल्सो अँड सी वॉट शी इज डुईंग. तर काही तुम्हाला दिसून येईल की थंड झालेल्या गोष्टी असतात ती ती पुन्हा गरम करते. वाय? टू अरेस्ट द बॅक्टेरियल ऍक्शन, अँड देन शी विल कूल इट डाऊन अँड शी विल कीप इन द रेफ्रिजरेटर. Due to the boiling, the enzymes become denatured. That is, the enzymes are not now ready to work. Otherwise, it would continue over the whole night or whatever the this is. So due to boiling, enzymes become denatured and reactions are controlled. So you have to control the reactions of that enzyme. Denatured म्हणजे decompose होतात. Okay, now food preservatives and food processing method aim at prevention of undesirable changes. So now another thing you have to read on the food packets, that whether they have stabilizers, E1, E2, EN, असे वेगवेगळ्या नावाचे stabilizers असतात. Those stabilizers also are not good for health. Normally it is better to avoid such food. पण काय करणार, कधी कधी आपल्याला प्रोसेस फूड हवं असतं. मग अशा वेळेला तुम्ही जेव्हा त्याच्या लेबलवरती बघाल तेव्हा काय काय इन्ग्रेडियंट्स आहेत, कसे केले आहेत, इज इट फ्राईड, इज इट baked, that also you need to check it out. And then based on the different um, so here various methods जे आहे की food preservation, food processing methods, so that needs to be followed. So now let us have a look at it. The following cases illustrate some of the aspects of how do you enhance the food quality. So here you have browning of cut fruit and vegetables. When fruits such as banana, apple, or vegetables such as potato, bottle gourd, or peeled, batata kiwa dudhi are peeled and sliced, sooner or later they may turn brown. Brownish color होतो आपण बटाट्याला पण बघितलं. Even sometimes apple also. Cutting damage action damages the cell, resulting in release of chemicals. So with the pH prevailing in fruit vegetable, the polyphenols released are oxidized with oxygen. So we have seen that oxygen is the main culprit for it, and that aims in therefore nitrogen, as we saw it earlier, that nitrogen is also purged into the canned foods. So here with the pH prevailing in fruit vegetable, the polyphenols released are oxidized with oxygen in air owing to the action from an enzyme to form quinones. So that is oxygen is reacting with the food material to convert it into the corresponding oxides, okay, quinones, and therefore that is giving the color to the food. Okay, then here you are, this is polyphenols. Okay, so these polyphenols, when they react with the oxygen, then you can see that this becomes is the oxidized product, which is called as quinones. Quinones undergo further reaction, including polymerization. So this can now polymerize. I mean, this is one unit. So connecting like this, you can have different units giving brown color products called as tannins. This browning reaction can be slowed down using reducing agents such as sulfur dioxide, ascorbic acid, that is your vitamin C, or by change of pH by adding edible acids such as lemon juice or vinegar. So these are the preservatives which are added. In other words, they are just adding these preservative. Why they are adding this preservative? To prevent the oxidation of polyphenols. That is, these polyphenols in presence of oxygen will be converted into quinone. So to avoid that, the addition of these chemicals can be done. Which chemicals? Say ascorbic acid, lemon juice, that is citric acid. Then you also have sulfur dioxide can be added, or else vinegar. Vinegar सुद्धा आपल्या घरी असतं, ज्याला आपण चायनीज वगैरे तुम्ही घेता त्यावेळेला ऑफकोर्स इट इज नथिंग बट डायल्यूट ॲसिटिक ॲसिड. So this is how they are tackled. Right now, let us just stop over here today, because yeah, then we can go to the next other things which are used to preserve the food quality. So here you can see that oxygen and microorganism in air are responsible. Out of that, we were just looking at how browning of fruit happens in presence of oxygen. That is, oxygen will convert polyphenols to quinone. Quinones will further react to polymerize, and that will give rise to tannins. And these tannins are brown in color. Okay, so here this is about the storage conditions. Not tomorrow. Now today is what, Friday. Again on Wednesday we'll be meeting. We'll complete this chapter. This chapter doesn't seem to be a big chapter. It is a smaller chapter. That is the reason why I have selected it. Maybe say 3 4 classes will require, and then the last chapter which was there just now I saw before this, before the first one and this, so that we can take it little slowly. As I understand, Sankalpa had said that his exams are going to be uh, what is Dolly? Sankalpa, I didn't check over here. What was Dolly? Ha, yeah, okay, the sheep, the cloning of the sheep, correct, Dolly. I missed it. Magashi we were talking about Dolly the sheep. It did not last long. It just went, it died. So that's what I was saying, that laboratory, so far we have not been able to create life. We have been able to transfer life from one petri dish to other. Okay. Anyways, Samir, what is the status in your college that हा chapter कुठचे chapter झाले? Is Samir there with us? Arya, Yeah, Samir, tell which chapter has completed.
Ma'am, first, second, third, and fourth, and this chapter is going on 14th one.
14th one is going on. Okay, fine. So at least we are ahead of them. We have completed it. बरं आता जर गोइंग ऑन आहे तर प्लीज जरा तुम्ही त्याच्या मागचे जे क्वेश्चन आन्सर्स आहेत ते सॉल्व्ह करायला लागा. ओके, सो दॅट व्हॉट एव्हर डिफिकल्टी म्हणजे आता क्लास चालू असताना आपले तुम्हाला ज्या डिफिकल्टीज येतात दॅट वी कॅन सॉल्व्ह टुगेदर. सो इट विल बी अ प्रॅक्टिस. समजा आता जरी परीक्षेला नाही विचारलं, डोंट डू इट फ्रॉम एक्झाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू. अगेन आय एम ट्राईंग टू टेल यू, डू इट फ्रॉम सी 12वीला उपयोगी पडेल, पुढे उपयोगी पडेल. सो आत्ताच्या एक्झामच्या पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यूनी करू नका. डू इट ॲज यू वॉन्ट टू स्टडी इट एक्स्ट्रा. म्हणजे मला आम्हाला इन्क्रीज युअर नॉलेज, लाईक रीड समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा, रीड काही आलं आता हायब्रिडायझेशन आलं मग गो फॉर हायब्रिडायझेशन, व्हॉट आर डिफरंट. जर तुम्हाला रेग्युलर गुगलवर टाकून कठीण जात असेल तर फॉर किड्स असतं हायब्रिडायझेशन मेड सिम्पल, हायब्रिडायझेशन फॉर किड्स, पिरियॉडिक टेबल फॉर किड्स, किड्स किंवा चिल्ड्रन. तर असे जे आर्टिकल्स आहेत ते वाचले तरी चालेल, बिकॉज दे आर मोर सिम्प्लिफाईड आणि ते तुम्हाला कळू शकतील. तुम्ही नुसतं हायब्रिडायझेशन टाकलं तर ते मोठ्या लेवलच्या लोकांसाठी येतं, पण तुम्ही किड्ससाठी टाकलं तर. सो आय वुड सजेस्ट दॅट तुम्ही एक्स्ट्रा रिडिंग करून एक्स्ट्रा हे IUPAC नॉमेनक्लेचर वगैरे तुमच्या बुकच्या मागे बऱ्यापैकी दिलेलं. सो यू ऑल प्रॅक्टिस इट. And if there is any difficulty, we can discuss those questions so that the other person also gets, familiarized. आता म्हणजे समीर, you are doing some other topics, Sankalpa is doing some other topic, Arya is doing some other topic. You all can come out with those questions, so it will be like a question bank की बाबा ही डिफिकल्टी मला आहे. मग त्यामुळे काय होईल की दुसऱ्याला पण कळेल की ओके फाईन, दिस इज मोर सिम्प्लिफाईड. Anyways, so we meet next Wednesday and then we will continue with this chapter and try to complete it as soon as possible. Anyways, don't go out, be home, stay safe. करोनाचे नंबर स्टिल वाढतोय, तर घरी राहा, जास्त हे करू नका. टेक केअर, हॅपी होली, बाय बाय, गुड नाईट.